What's cracking, everybody? New video. So today I'm telling you a video. I'm telling you a story. And you know what? I'm gonna tell the story. I'm gonna mention the Vatos names, not their neighborhoods though. It's just easier for me to tell the story this way. And I will tell you that this is the one and only time I ever saw somebody do some shit like this. But let's go. So this is another New Folsom story, right? This is when like in the beginning of my prison term. And there was this guy named Mosca, right? And Mosca was one of them dudes, like, it's rare when you have this happen, but it happens. Mosca was one of them guys where when you met him and shook his hand, you knew immediately, like most dudes at least, like, I don't like this guy. You know, he gave that vibe, like, you don't like him at all. And I remember him being like one of them dudes that was kind of like a level 1 dude, level 2 dude that he made his way up to a level 4, not because he was putting in work or doing anything crazy. He probably just got caught with wine or, you know, too many stupid 115s, write-ups that kept bumping his points up, and then he wound up on a level 4. That's the kind of dude that he seemed to be, right? Well, he got to New Folsom and he was short to the pad. I remember that clearly. He didn't have much time to do, and they gave him a job in the laundry room. So in New Folsom, the main laundry is on C facility. This occurred on B facility. B facility is basically this. Like if your boxers were torn or your towel was torn or you needed sheets or whatever, you go get in line and you go to that laundry room and they would replace your items, right? Or when new people got there, when fish got there, the fish roll, that laundry room, they would make the fish rolls, right? They'd give them their sheets and their blankets and their boxers and whatever they had coming, right? Their state issue. Well, one thing amongst Raza, right, out here in California, I don't know how it is anywhere else, but out here in California amongst Raza, you never hustle your people with shit that is issued by the state, right? If the state issues it, you can snatch it up. You take care of who you can take care of, and they'll take care of you from the harto. But you don't sell state shit, period, right? Well, here comes Mosca. Mosca was trying to sell state shit as soon as he got in that job, and his name was coming up. And when you're on these level 4 yards, these 180 yards, you do not want attention on you. Not for nothing bad. Like if you're putting in work and that type of attention, that's feed, man. You know, but anything other than that, outside of that, you don't want your name brought up. You don't want to be caught up because it's gonna be all bad, right? Well, apparently one day, this homie named Shy Boy, who was a fool, had done a few pegadas on the yard, you know, was respected, was known as somebody, if you needed something done and you get at him, he's gonna get it done, right? And Shy Boy was humble, he was quiet. Well, apparently Shy Boy went down to went down to laundry, and he asked Mosca to hook him up with some clothes, right? And Moscow was like, yeah, I get that, Holmes, but I'm going to want this, and like crazy though. Like, I want this and I want that and I want this. And Shy Boy was like, hold on, Holmes. You trying to sell me state shit? And he was like, well, hey, homie, you know, I got to get my hustle on this and that. And he was like, nah, you know what? Hey, fuck them clothes and fuck you too. And if you don't like it, when you come out here, get at me, right? Because there's a door there. They lock them in, and you know you're talking through it's like a steel screen door, and there's a tray slot in it, And that's where they passed the laundry through. And so, Shy told him, like, if you don't like it, Holmes, get at me when you get out of here. And he walked off. Okay. Well, I don't know if it was the next day or the same day, but I know when I came out from yard, me and the dude that I was cool with, we walked to a certain part of the yard because I had come up on a piece of aluminum, right? And I made myself a strap out of that aluminum. And so we went down to a certain part of the yard to bury it. So we sit down, side by side, bullshitting, and I'm burying the thing, right? I'm burying this strap. And here comes Shy Boy. And Shy Boy comes up to us, and he's walking up on us with a purpose, So we look like, what's up with Shy? So he comes up, he's kind of sweating. It was a warm day, but still he's sweating. We haven't been out there that long. And he's like, hey, Holmes, I need to ask you about something. And we're like, what's up? And he goes, I'm going to show you something. Let me know how it looks. And he turns his back, and he turns his back to us, and he like lifts his shirt up, but like acts like he's going to wipe his face with the shirt while it's still on, right? And in his back, you could see a little hole in his back. And there was just a little spot of blood. And we're like, what the fuck? And he goes, hey, Holmes, this motherfucker whacked me. And so it was obvious it was a pick. It was an ice pick, right? So he's going to be bleeding on the inside, not the outside. That's the dangerous thing about ice pick. So we're like, hey, Holmes, there's really no blood on the outside, so you could be hurt. And he's like, man. So he runs us down real quick, right? And what happened? And as he's telling us, other vatos are showing up. So this is what happened. He was walking the track, him and another homie. And as they got into the black area of the yard where you walk the track, Mosca came from behind and whacked him. Boom, one time. Hit him one time. And when Shy turned around to get off, Mosca like backpedaled and started running his mouth. So Shy went towards him, and he bolted. You know what I mean? He ran out of there. And so that's when Shy came from there, where he got hit, straight to where we were. So he asked, he's like, hey, Holmes, you guys have something on you? And I told him, well, look, sit down where I'm sitting, Holmes. Right here next to me, I just put one in the ground. So he sits down, boom, he digs it up. He looks at it, he's like, well, this is nice. This is going to work. So he's like, all right. And like Mosca, Shy Boy had a date. He wasn't a lifer, and like I said, he had dumb pegadas and everything. So he's like, hey, I'm going to try to get this vato and get away with it. So he takes off, boom. So we're watching. Everybody's watching, because at this point, everybody knows what's happening. All the raza, all the homies on the yard know, like, this fool did a punk move. Mosca did a punk move, and Shy's on his ass, right? So now it's cat and mouse. But like I said, Mosca, he whacked him in the black area. So the black saw the thing go down, saw Mosca run off, and saw Shy. They're keeping an eye. Everybody does that. You see something happen, you watch, like, where's he going to go? What's he going to do? Everybody on the yard knew what was going on. And so Shy Boy's going after this dude. And Mosca, like a bitch, is maneuvering away from him. But he's running his mouth. That's right, got you, motherfucker. That's right, I got your motherfucking ass. And everybody's like, this fool. So Mosca was smart enough to understand his days were done. You don't just get to put your hands on whoever you want. You don't get to just whack whoever you want. When Shy Boy told him what he told him, he said, get at me. That's, if you want to handle it, we'll both get knives and we'll handle it. Mosca hit him from behind. You don't hit a motherfucker from behind like that. So Mosca winds up coming down to the bottom of the yard to where the canteen is at. And he's kicking it, leaning against the rails, because there's always juras back then in front of the canteen. So everybody knew, like, oh, this fucking punk, he's over there hiding out in front of the juras. And as we're watching, because I happen to be, me and the dudes I was kicking it with, we're down by the canteen. There's a light pole right there, and we're kind of kicking it by the light pole watching. And we could hear the blacks that were walking the track, because the blacks saw what happened and knew what happened, they were saying, you could hear them, that motherfucker's a buster. That fool did that PC shit, and now he's over there hiding by the cops. But not only was he hiding in front of the cops, but he was running his mouth. He's mouthing to Shy Boy like, yeah, I got you, you fucking punk. What's up? I got you. So Shy Boy's right there with me and the dudes I was kicking it with. And he looks at us and he goes, you know what, Holmes? He goes, I'm going to go catch this life sentence. He fucked this vato. He's running his fucking mouth. So he goes straight towards him. And you could see Mosca went from like, yeah, I got you, to, oh, fuck. Hold on. This dude's really going to get at me in front of these huras. As Shy Boy was going towards him, Mosca looks around and the huras were behind him. He looks around. He looked at Shy. And you won't believe what he did. There was 3 black dudes walking by. And Mosca looked at them and just socked one. Boom. This fool socked the one that was closest to him. The other 2 turned to look. One went to jump in, and the other one grabbed him like, nah. He's like, hey, he's doing a PC move. Let him handle it. That was an incident that could have got the whole fucking yard going. And Mosca knew it. Because at that moment, Mosca realized, I'm going to fucking PC up. But I'm going to fucking make everybody go to war in the meantime. Luckily, the blacks, if Mosca wouldn't have whacked that dude where he did, the blacks would have never known what was going on. And that immediately could have been a race riot. And that's how scandalous motherfuckers are, eh? You know, I saw dudes throughout the rest of my career. I seen dudes, you know, check in and like, nah, I'm cool. I can't be doing this shit. But I never saw a dude act as much of a bitch as Mosca did to whack a dude from behind, run off, talk shit, and then when he saw his day was done, take off on another race to try to drag everybody in the yard into his bullshit. So there you go. There's a story for you guys, a little glimpse at how scandalous people can be, how selfish they can be, and how dangerous they can be. Luckily, Shy Boy, nothing, no major organ was hurt, but it could have been. When you're dealing with an ice pick, remember, the bleeding's on the inside, not the outside. The hole basically seals itself, and all you're leaking is on the inside. Anyways, it's late at night. Got to go to sleep. And I know you're going to be like, what? Because this video's coming at 9 a.m. in the morning. But anyways, I got to go. Be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. I'm out.